Dating is a very touchy topic when it comes to the K-pop industry. While in the West, artists openly date and sometimes even do it as PR stunts, the K-pop industry has different norms. Since fan service is a long-standing tradition in K-pop, idols and celebrities are marketed as fantasies rather than people, encouraging fans to form emotional connections with them. This can lead to an unspoken expectation that idols give up any chance of a private life for their career and fans, and that includes dating. This is mostly done so the idols can maintain the image of being accessible to their fans and their fans only, so companies have been enforcing dating bans against them since the dawn of time to avoid any rumors about their romantic lives, or at least so we thought. But recently, numerous idols came out to debunk the so-called dating ban. It's been long rumored that entertainment companies don't actually stop their idols from dating anyone but have just said so because it would be easier to sell the fantasy to desperate fans. However, the big three companies have proved otherwise over the years. When it comes to YG Entertainment, they have been adamant about keeping their male and female trainees separate from each other to avoid any chance of contact between them for a while now. Jisoo from Blackpink once revealed that they even have different mealtimes to prevent any contact between female and male trainees, and if the male trainees haven't finished eating, the manager goes to great lengths and covers them up so they can stop female trainees from looking at them. When Bobby from iKON appeared on Radio Star, he revealed that despite practicing and debuting around the same time, there's a notable lack of closeness between iKON and Blackpink. During the time they were under the same company, they were forbidden from communicating or spending time together except for occasional interactions in commercials or when working on songs. Blackpink had also revealed that they could never meet with other YG groups, and even if they had the chance to, they couldn't greet them. Looking back on how much Big Bang and 21 used to interact and show their friendship, it's crazy that the company got so strict when it came to interactions between their trainees and idols. As for JYP Entertainment, they were pretty open about the fact that they didn't let their trainees or idols date. According to the founder of the company, Park Jin-young, this policy stemmed from his personal experience. On an episode of Life Bar, JYP shared that at the beginning of his career, he had revealed that he was dating someone. Even though dating wasn't as taboo back then, artists, especially the ones who had just debuted, steered away from talking about their love lives. So when JYP revealed his then relationship, his popularity took a bit of a hit. He also talked about the hard time he faced when he openly revealed he was dating. He mentioned how expressing love to fans became a bit tricky when everyone knew he was taken, unlike single idols who can freely say "I love you" to their fans. So he started banning idols under his company from dating for 5 years at the start of their careers, and once those 5 years were over, they could do anything they wanted. However, he was very strict about it, and it said that male idols aren't even allowed to go to bars with all female servers to avoid dating rumors. However, the 5-year ban ended up being shortened to 3 years because JYP said that no one followed it and it was causing too much tension. To some people, JYP is the most sensible when it comes to treating this rule out of the big three companies, SM, JYP, and YG. Since idols need to maintain a single image to attract fans, it makes sense to be upfront about when the dating ban will be lifted. This way, there are no surprises when these idols eventually get into relationships, and the idols won't face consequences as long as they have been in the industry for more than 3 years after their debut. Netizens also argued that the dating rule was more than sensible since in the industry that they were in, dating scandals could affect the idols' fellow members and their image, but it seems like all three companies have loosened up their rules these recent years. Out of the big three companies, SM seems to be the most lenient when it comes to dating bans. Back in 2014, actress Lee Yeon-hee expressed that the thing she hated the most about SM was that they weren't banned from dating as long as they weren't caught. A former trainee at the company also said that the ban wasn't forced, but trainees chose not to do so just so they wouldn't cause trouble. This was made official by former Girls' Generation member Jessica Jung. According to Jessica, there was no such thing as a dating ban in the first place, at least when it came to SM Entertainment. She appeared on the Daily Catch-Up podcast as a guest on December 20th, and she was asked about the supposed dating ban. Jessica mentioned that she gets both sides of the debate on whether idols should be restricted from dating or not. Sharing her experience, she said that she had a bit of an advantage since she was close to the SM employees and managers, so she could be more open and honest about everything, including her love life. Because she had formed close relationships with the company's staff, she didn't shy away from discussing who she wanted to date or who she was dating, which, believe it or not, made things a lot easier for her. The staff were very supportive of her, going as far as to help her sneak around with her boyfriends and never made her life difficult since they could easily shield her from getting caught. In fact, Jessica argued that letting the company know about who you're dating makes it easier for them to handle the situation if things were to go wrong. However, if idols kept their relationships a secret or caused issues, it became harder for the company to intervene and provide support if the relationship was exposed or there were any controversies surrounding the person the idol was dating. An example of how this works is Huna, who recently informed the public that she was in a relationship with former Highlight member Junyoung. Considering Huna's extensive career of nearly 2 decades and her status as one of the industry's most legendary artists, imposing a dating ban on her would be absurd in the first place. Plus, she was openly in a relationship with Dawn until November 2022, so there's no reason to ban her from dating someone else. However, seeing as how her now boyfriend is riddled with scandals, her company would probably advise her to be quiet about it and keep it under wraps to not taint her reputation. They can't stop her from dating anyone, no matter if they approve of them or not, but since she's under their label, they're supposed to prevent her career from being affected by stupid scandals. This is probably why Huna didn't let them know that she would be revealing her relationship. She knew that this would be a PR disaster, and if she went by company rules, they would never let her come out with it. They're probably not going to terminate her contract over this, but this is the second time that she's gone behind her company's back to reveal her relationship, and people believe it's probably strained their partnership. As for YG, the fans have been joking about how the company has had so many scandals these recent years that dating controversies are the least of their worries. This could explain why their responses to dating rumors are always so casual and nonchalant. Remember when Jennie and Kai were exposed to be dating and they responded with "SM Entertainment will release an official statement"? Or when news of Taeyang and actress Min Hyorin broke out and they said, "We can't contact Taeyang at the moment, but if it's true, congratulations." Nowadays, they tend to state that since it's their artist's personal life, they can't confirm or deny anything, which is an appropriate response. Treasure's Jihoon had even mentioned having a first love and expressed his fear of making mistakes on TV, particularly saying the wrong things, and nobody made a big deal out of it. So while you won't have idols publicly exposing their relationship like Yuna, they won't be crucified by the company for having normal human emotions and acting on them. JYP has also become very lenient when it comes to their idols dating, as we mentioned before, but lowering the dating ban to 3 years is not the only thing he has changed recently. In fact, it has been rumored that they had more of an SM policy of do it but don't get caught, but now it seems like their bans have completely been lifted. Recently, Lily and Haewon from NMIXX were asked if it was true that JYP idols couldn't date for 7 years like it was rumored. Lily's response was a short one as she said only, "I don't think so." Haewon, on the other hand, didn't want to answer, acknowledging that it was a sensitive topic for fans to hear about. This has led people to think that the idols are either more open about the fact that the ban is not as strict as everyone thought, or that the ban has been completely lifted. It does make sense that companies aren't as strict about dating as they used to be. With so many big idols coming out to reveal their relationships and getting support for it, maybe companies have finally realized that the fact that idols date isn't such a big deal. Sure, there are concerns that rookie idols may be affected by a dating controversy, but there's no reason to hold older, more established idols to the same standards. EXO's Chen, for example, still gets a lot of hate from netizens for his marriage, but thankfully he and SM have stood their ground and refused to cave in to the fans' demands to remove him from the group. By doing so, SM might have a hand in normalizing relationships in the idol industry and try to show everyone that this isn't something that artists should lose their career over.